Hello everybody, this is a spring garden tour. It is, got something on my arm, it's February 27th, and so we had a frost about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm not sure. And so this is just kind of a spring update, how the plants fared and how they're starting to regrow. So this is the Super Dwarf mat, and you can see I harvested a bunch off of it, and it just tastes like a really good store-bought banana, because it's a Super Dwarf Cavendish or a Truly Tiny or something like that. But you can see there's 3 nice pups here. This one is putting out nice strong leaves. This one also looks good, and there's that one, so I'll probably thin out 1 or 2 of those and just let one of them grow. And then we have the Dwarf Cavendish mat. There's 2 bunches. This is the most mature rack. You can see the fingers are maybe 4/5 of the way filled out or something like that. But the plant, all the frost killed all the leaves, so it's just ripening like this. I don't know if it'll work. And this is a very recent rack, and it has some green on it, but not very much, so I don't know if there's hope. But there's some pups coming up there. Now this is the Dwarf Red mat. I've never had a Dwarf Red bunch, and I've been growing them for almost 3 years, so yeah, it takes forever, but they're supposed to be really good. And I have 2 pseudostems, and this is one of them that should flower this year. So you can see the tip of the leaf was sticking out, and it got killed by the frost, but the rest of it's fine. That's pushing out. It's got some pups back in there, and you may have noticed we have wood chips. This was my week off from school, so in that time we shoveled 3 loads, like maybe 8 to 10 yards, 3 8 to 10 yard loads into our backyard and our neighbor's yard. You can see, I'll show that as well. And that was a lot of work, but it was totally worth it, because now we'll have no weeds and everything will do really well this year. And then this is the Rajapuri mat. See, there's 3 bunches on this mat, and probably only 1 of them will mature, but I'm not sure. This one is the farthest along, and these are maybe 4/5 of the way filled out. They don't get all perfectly round. They still have ridges even when ripe, at least in my experience. So 4/5 of the way they might ripen. Again, that's the only bunch that has a chance, I think. This one has some leaves, but they don't look good at all. So I don't think this one will mature, and that one's really new, probably won't either. But we have some new suckers coming up. Not coming up, what am I saying? Growing well. And then this is the Puerto Rican Morado. Hasn't grown quite as quickly as I thought it would. I don't think it gets as much sun over here. And then this is the green ii. I think I'm going to transplant it because it does not do well here. As you can see, it needs to be saved. This is the Manzano mat. See, there's a small rack up here. A little bit of frost damage, but they're most of the way filled out. And then we have a very nice sucker there. And moving on, you can see the Rajapuri right there. And then this is the FHIA2 mat. You can see this stem has a flower bud coming out, and it only has this pre-flag and that flag leaf, so it'll be interesting to see if it can mature. Hopefully it can. You can see it's very small, but it does have a nice sucker. So I have my friend filming, so now. So this is the SH3640, and you can see all the leaves were killed. And so, but they should ripen because they're filled out enough. And then You can see this all used to be grass right here, and we put wood chips there. And we have some pineapples, some coconuts. You can see we have a little pineapple flower in there. And then our avocado tree right there. And then this is the tall Namois mat, and this one has a flag leaf coming out. And then Sang Salon mat. And then this is the dwarf Namois. You can see it has a bunch, and it has enough leaves, it'll be able to ripen. And then dwarf Brazilian right there. Right there, dwarf Brazilian. And then a little manzana with a broken leaf. Right there. And then this is the praying hands mat. You can see we harvested a bunch, and then there's a new tree growing right here. And then this all used to be grass right here, and we've put in mulch and haven't spread it out yet. And then this is the Pakistan mulberry, kind of starting to wake up, new growth. And then this is our avocado tree. You can see it has little sprouts on the trunk, so it's starting to regrow. And it was cut down because it had some type of wood borer that was going in and killed the whole top of the tree, so we cut it and it's starting to grow back. And then pineapples, all those pineapples except for one have little baby pineapples on them. And then we have pineapples and longevity spinach, little cuttings along there. And this is an old papaya stump that we cut down because it was shading our mango tree right here. And then we have a cranberry hibiscus, maple leaf, chaya, pineapples, and then I don't know if you saw the sugar apple right there. And California gold banana with a new leaf. And this is a pigeon pea. You can see it has flowers right up there. And there's sugar cane right there. Moringa, the moringa tree. And there's some longevity spinach cuttings in here. More sugar cane right there. And lemongrass. And Tithonia diversifolia, more maple leaf chaya, and then there's a loquat tree. And our fig tree, we pruned back and it's starting to grow back. There's a lizard on it. You can see it's starting to sprout back. You can see it's starting to sprout back right there. And then another little baby pigeon pea. It was covered in vines, so it never really thrived. And then another loquat tree here. And a jagged leaf chaya. This is the wilder kind. And then this is a dwarf red banana. And we see we have some pineapples coming out right there. If you want to look in the center. And then our jackfruit tree from seed. That's our everything here. Starfruit, blue java banana, and then these are the raspberries. Yeah, see these are. And then super dwarf banana. These actually might be ripening. These actually look kind of yellow. You can see. They look a little yellow. They might be ripening.
We'll take another one.
And then, so the micro raspberries are all here. And then, tall Namois mat. There's a bunch up there, but it doesn't have any leaves on the plant. And then, there's another plant just put out a new leaf. And it's only a head, so it's quite.
Nice separation, right?
Yep. And then,
ouch! You just bit me.
Tall Namois mat and more Tithonia stick. there's some. It's up. And I pruned it back and it's starting to regrow. And then that's it. Kind of high density in here. So that's the spring tour. We've got pineapples coming out and
Alright, there we go.